All right, 680 News business editor Richard Southern joins us now. Hey, good friend, how are you?
Shauna, long time no see. Welcome back. You're back from mat leave. Nice to see you.
Yeah, you too, Richard. Okay, let's get to it. Uber betting big on Toronto. What's that about?
Yeah, big story today. Uber planning, Shauna, to open a new engineering hub here in the city. They're also planning to expand their self-driving vehicle center. Uber is testing self-driving vehicles here in the city of Toronto. All told, the company planning to invest $200 million over the next 5 years and hire hundreds of people. Uber's CEO made his first visit to Toronto today to make the announcement.
We're going to offer opportunities for current Uber engineers to relocate from various company sites to Toronto's, and we expect a lot of them to take us up on that. This is a pretty nice place to live. Cost of living is attractive compared to San Francisco. So they're looking forward to it, and we believe that we're going to attract lots of talent from all over the world, and we're obviously going to recruit from local talent here to build up our engineering center.
Uber is knocking users off the service in Australia, Shauna, if their rating drops below 4 stars, but the CEO said that's probably not the plan here. You know who's not happy about this, Shauna?
Who?
The taxi industry.
The taxi industry.
Yeah, they continue to say, hey, the taxis are subjected to different rules than the Uber drivers are. I had a chance today to talk to Christine Hubbard from Beck Taxi.
Our requests for trips have not gone down. So I think it's really important to remember that we're not looking at this from a place of, oh, woe is me and the taxi industry is dying. We're looking at this from a place of responsible, good corporate partners who are part of a community where people right now are dying in our streets. And I think that the very basic thing we should be doing is
who's dying?
mitigating
Who's dying
that
in the
risk.
streets, Christine? Who's dying in the streets?
So is that not the purpose of the Vision Zero movement right now, the planning that we're doing? Because cyclists and pedestrians, death and injury on our streets.
But that doesn't have anything to do with Uber necessarily, does it?
Oh, I think it absolutely does. And other cities that have done their due diligence have been able to show a very clear relationship between increase in traffic and congestion as a result of Uber. Beck Taxi is the only company requiring that drivers take an in-car defensive driving course before they're able to drive.
So continuing to see that divide between the taxis and the Uber, Shauna.
All right, Richard. Well, if you want to know how bad Hurricane Florence will be, just look to the Waffle House. The popular U.S. chain restaurant is an unusually good indicator of how severe a storm will be. Now, what's that?
Yeah, it's really interesting. This is it's a 24-hour restaurant chain in the States, Shauna. They never close unless things get really bad. The U.S. Federal Emergency Management Agency has what it calls the Waffle House Index. So a green on that index means the Waffle Houses in the affected area are open and serving a full menu. A yellow means they're open but offering a limited menu. And a red means they've been forced to close. You know the storm's serious if that's the case. Waffle House actually tweeting out the fact that they have a storm center open. Look at this. They're monitoring the storm to see what's going to happen with their restaurants. They also said, hey, Flo, kiss my grits. They're worried about that storm. You know, Shauna, it's an interesting way to sort of see what's going on in a particular area, if the Waffle Houses stay open or not.
All right, eyes to the Waffle House. There you go. Okay, there's also some bizarre but accurate ways you can track the economy.
Yeah, it's not just the Waffle House Index. There's some other weird ways to look at what's going on economically, such as the romance novel indicator, Shauna. Romance novel sales surge when times are tough, and that's because people want an escape and the books are cheap. Bike fatality rates. During tough economic times, the number of people killed on bicycles goes up. That's because, you know, people are leaving the car at home, try and save some money. The men's underwear index. Men forego purchasing new underwear to save money during hard times. It's true, men's underwear sales fell 2.3% during the recession. Lipstick index. Women turn to lipstick instead of more expensive indulgences, such as handbags, and times are tough. Lipstick sales doubled after the recession in 9/11. The skyscraper index. We see big buildings being constructed just before tough economic times hit. Well, you got to wonder what that says about Toronto. And the baby diaper rash index, Shauna, the baby diaper rash cream surges when times are tough because maybe parents try and cut back on the number of diapers or stretch them out a little bit longer. Some unusual economic indicators.
All right, I just keep thinking of men walking around with holes in their underwear now, so
hey,
not attractive.
You got to do what you got to do, Shauna.
All right, so never mind the possible cancellation of NAFTA. A new report finds that Donald Trump's tax cuts are 10 times worse for Canada.
Yeah, consultancy for PricewaterhouseCoopers today warning that unless Canada takes action, our country stands to lose 650,000 jobs over the next 10 years as businesses shift activity to the U.S. because of the lower corporate tax rate there. Report finds that the U.S. tax cuts could reduce Canada's economic output by some $58 billion a year. The average tax rate for businesses in the States is about 25%. Here in Canada, it's almost 27%.
All right, and this isn't fake news. Sales of fake meat and fake milk are surging.
Yeah, are you a soy milk, almond milk person?
I like almond milk. I'm down with almond milk, but I like real milk in my coffee.
Right. Yeah, I'm the same way, I guess. You know, sales of milk that are non-dairy, that are not from a cow, they account for 1/8 of all milk sold now. Imitation meat is up 23% from last year. Non-dairy yogurts, cheeses, and ice cream sales up a whopping 40% from last year. So consumers really turning towards these fake imitation items. They're perceived to be healthy, and we're also seeing more vegans out there. A lot of vegan restaurants opening in Toronto these days, Shauna.
Right, vegans all over the place. Now, there's one in my neighborhood, and it's always packed.
The vegan restaurants are crazy. You get great imitation. You wouldn't even know it's vegan half the time, this stuff.
You really need a good meal. It needs to be a really good recipe, too.
Yeah, they're getting pretty good at it, though.
Right, they are getting a lot better at it. Okay, so for those that still enjoy eating real meat, when I'm one of them, perhaps they'll like listening to it as well. So you're looking at a new audio track that KFC has put out.
It's the latest track from the latest marketing stunt from KFC. Yesterday was Mindfulness Day, Shauna. So KFC came out with a track to help calm us out. So let's take a moment of zen together and have a listen to some fried chicken. Here we go.
All right.
And now, a soothing sound to calm your mind this Mindfulness Day. As you relax into it, fill your senses. Yes, enjoy the gentle sound of deep frying chicken.
Are we calm?
That's right.
It's putting me to
Pretty
sleep,
relaxing.
actually.
I'm a bit hungry, too, as a matter of fact, Shauna.
I don't know. Chicken bubbling in oil isn't. It's good afterwards, right? But watching it cook is kind of a little gross for me. But
it's true. You don't want to see how the sausage is made sometimes.
Exactly.
But sales and or shares for the parent company KFC, 52-week high today. So a lot of zen for those investors.
A lot of zen. Okay, Richard, thank you so much. Have a great night.
See you tomorrow.